Hello Pioneers, I hope you're well. My name is Bed, and this is the Satisfactory Plus mod for the game Satisfactory. On the last episode, we unlocked the oil milestones and started exploring those byproducts. And we automated some computers and circuit boards, and then we unlocked trains. And we're going to use trains today, I think. But the first thing we're going to do is start on our aqueduct. And before I start bringing in trains, I'm probably going to pick up all the water from the Spire Coast over here and bring it in. We're going to build a big aqueduct across the top of the city. But before I do that, I want to fill this entire lake with water extractors and then send it out over a bridge straight out that way. And since we're about to do a whole ton of pipe work, I think the first thing we should do is pop over here to tier 6 and unlock Pipeline Engineering Mark II so we can have better belts. I just so happen to randomly have all the resources we need already gathered. So let's drop them in, send them to space. Okay, so we sent that off, and now we have Pipeline Mark IIs, which can transport 300 cubic meters of fluid per minute. Oh no, but they need Invar pipes. I don't have Invar pipes. Well, that is unfortunate. I could reshoot the intro, or even reload my save and not do that. Because I certainly don't want to build Invar. But I guess we'll forge ahead. We'll come back and maybe do some of these milestones. We should be able to have trucks unlocked, no problem. Alternative fluid transports and expert conveyors are on the horizon. In fact, I think we probably have everything we need, except I don't think I have a stockpile of tin plates, so I'll have to steal those out of the machine periodically. But we can do that while we start on this aqueduct. Okay, that height looks good. It'll go right over these hydroelectric generators, and it appears to be just about exactly at the 8-meter mark. And with the 10-meter head lift from the water extractors, I should be able to do at least 2 layers of pipe. Maybe put them like that. I haven't worked with pipes a ton in all my playing, so I'm looking forward to giving this a go. I want a lot of water, so I want a lot of pipes. And I want them... I don't want to cover where I'd have a water extractor with this. So I think what I could do, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, that I should be able to hook up all the pipes and then delete all of these foundations. No, because then they still wouldn't have room for the water extractors. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's too much worrying. Let's go across 3, and then out. I don't know. That far? Whoa. This infinite zoop mod is really cool. Look at that. It's creepy. Getting like Matrix 5. Holy cow, this is cool. Sorry. It was quite trippy running in there. It made my head spin a little. Alright, we're going to add some really cool supports, and this will hopefully make the sky feel a little bit more busy. I don't really want it to just be straight. It just kind of happened to work out where that waterfall was exactly straight to where I actually wanted the aqueduct to come in, which is right next to that colorful building on that platform right there. As you can see, it was just about perfect. Yeah, I think I kind of nailed it with the placement. We'll decorate it at some point when we have it all hooked up with power and stuff, so I can use my hover pack. I've been toying with some support ideas. Let's see if I can remember how I did it before. Yeah, okay, so using these supports would be something like that. There. Except that's not going to hit the center of it like I want. So what I need to do is rebuild this with half foundations. Or not even a half foundation. I just need to build that right there. Here we go. So yeah, what I have in mind, I just offset these. It's hard to see. Using a foundation, using an industrial catwalk, I was able to offset these so that the center where I'm going to build up was going to land perfectly in the middle of the 3 foundations. And so I can build just a decorative pillar. That's more than just the regular base pillar. So let's try it right. Let's just call it right here. We're going to do one like that. One like that. One like that. And one like that. 4-meter outer corner extension. There. Now we can zoop it up. There, something like that. And now we can reset this to be normal. There, I had something like that in mind. I thought about maybe putting some more, what would it be, the inverted. Could do something like that. I don't know, I quite like that actually. There, now. It's a little bit more substantial as well, as opposed to just using something like this. These are really cool too. But I like these supports. And again, I wish this wasn't straight. In fact, maybe from here I'll curve it out that way and send it out to the ocean that way as well, so we can have 2 directions to bring water in. We'll expand it as we need. There's going to be some sort of facility up there just to drop water down. But now that's going to be the basis of our aqueduct. Still yet undecorated. I could probably build something in the blueprinter where I can just walk along and decorate the bottom of this. So. Okay, so there's not enough head lift to get up to here, and I don't really want to use pumps on all of them. So this is filling. I thought it was stopping and we were just going to be, inches too high, but no, this will work. Which means we can put a second one right here. Okay, so now we know how much head lift we have. And now we can fill this all up with water extractors. I think for now, for logistics purposes, I'm just going to fill the pipes to 120 per minute because with this stupid setup and head lift I have designed already, I don't want to add another. I could add a 5th to these 2 pairs to fill each one perfectly, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll just plan it for 120 for right now. This should give us plenty of water. Now this will be 2 layers as well. This bottom layer will be the pipes from this lake, and then above it will be train tracks to bring fluid trains. Or I might pack it. I don't know. I've never used fluid trains a lot because I always end up just packaging the fuel because you can transport more at once. I don't know. Both are cool. I'm really excited to try out that AI packager. Everything about this is just so fun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, while I did intend to completely fill this and have all the pipes run and, you know, give you an awesome grand reveal, I have to be honest, running these pipes is kind of boring. And so what I think I'll do is every time I want to use some more water, I can come back, add another pair, and run a pipe. And that way I can do it a little bit at a time, and it will grow over time, and I don't have to drive myself batty doing it right now. Plus, that means we get to go on to something more fun. Okay, I want to try messing with an intersection. So I'm going to bring up our road metal thingy blueprint. Put one there. And one there. And one there, and one here. I like that. And now I think I want like some glass. Frame foundations or something. This is not behaving how I want it to. Okay, I think I like it. I don't love how there's no, like, this part, the frame on this side, but I think it's cool and adds cool shadows down on the road. I'd like to name all of the roads and intersections as well. See here, I was spitballing a new skyscraper or building. I don't love it though, I tore it out. We do need some more buildings though, because I need to rebuild the lead and the tin and stuff like that. I need to have, you know, just a bigger facility for it with trucks and tractors and stuff, so that'll be coming. Kind of running around right now, and I'm not sure what I want to do. I got the water over here. I would like to... I know what we'll do. Let's run over to that coal that was by the water before. Okay, here we are. Since we have this node not being used and so close to water, I thought this would be a good spot to finally make some of that, what is it called? Carbon mesh? Is that right? It's something like that. Alright, so let's put down a modular miner. Add a steel mining head to it. And a crusher module. Now, this is exciting because I'm not sure what's going to come out if it is. Okay, it's carbon dust out of all nodes again. Okay, so we're getting 80 carbon dust per minute. Perfect. Now let's get a weaver, I think we need. And I tell you what, I don't think we're probably going to need more than one of these. Oh, we only need 20 carbon dust per minute. We're getting 80, so we could run 4 of these. It's my first time using the weaver, so I should probably stop and appreciate the model. That's smart. They put a fire extinguisher right inside the machine for use. Ooh, I'm excited to see this thing powered up. I bet those spin. Another excellent model. I love it so much. Okay, I gotta handcraft some things. Conveyors. Can't believe I still haven't automated these. Alright, I'm going to put the little support on top of the splitter so it doesn't get in the way of the belt. That's kind of cool, actually. Alright, and I'm going to angle the pipeline junction crossing down. Fell in the water. angle it down so it fits right in. Just like that. All right. Carbon mesh. So now they're all set to carbon mesh, and we need 80 carbon dust per minute, which is how much we're making. So let's run some belt down. There, now we've got the carbon dust. That's really cool. It's really, 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 really cool. And just like that, we've got the carbon dust. We've got the carbon dust distributed where we need it. Now we just need to... Wait, it's got water too, right? Yeah, so we just need to collect all of these into outputs. Does it come out on either? It does not. Alright, let's build a sinking container. I don't have any tin wire. Let's build a normal container. Or how about a really big container? That's my first industrial storage container this whole series, I'm pretty sure. And now we'll just let those build up. We need them for solar panel Mark 1s, which we also require photovoltaic cells. And those require silica and glass. I think the next thing we should do in this episode is unlock alternative fluid transport milestones, so we get the canisters and we get to check out this AI fluid packer. So let's launch this up and then build one of those fluid packers. I want to see it. Screws, modular frames, a little bit of plastic, and a little bit of rubber. That is not a lot. What? What? Oh my gosh, I forgot about energized slug slime. We should go back and mess with that for sure. I'm in love with this. Look at this. Biological water and water unpacked. We could just have... Oh, I love this so much. What is paint? Unpack paint? Okay, wow. Alright, I don't remember what we need over there, but let's assume we're going to need like a chemical reactor or two, a fluid conditioner or two, and then let's run over to the oil and get that producing 100% of the time. So that we don't have to ever worry about it stopping. We can say turn the plastic maybe into containers, so we have a huge stockpile of those right now. Let's get a few more of those as well. Tin wire motors are no problem, except I do have to hand make them. Alright, so the first one we have to deal with is raw sludge. How do we deal with raw sludge? We're going to put it in a fluid conditioner with silica. Do we have any silica nearby? Yeah, it's only half a kilometer, so that will work. Okay, the next product we need to get rid of is heavy oil residue. We can turn this into diesel fuel or coke and sink it. Oh my gosh, this mod is so cool. You just need so much room to put it. I just want to have a giant heavy oil residue processing thing so I can make all the things. Factory, I mean. I said things a lot. That was poor. Alright, that was a chemical reactor though. Alright, let's just turn it into petroleum coke and sink it right now because this is not what I wanted to focus on this episode. This can only deal with 20 heavy oil residue per minute. And I need to deal with 50. Oh, geez. So, this is still going to be temporary. Man, that's a lot of heavy oil residue. And what's this one? Fuel. What can we do with fuel? We can package it. We didn't unlock the heater for the fuel yet either, so I can't do much with this. So this whole this whole plan was a bust. That's okay though. Let's head back. Let's pop in and unlock trucks. Pretty excited to get some of those going. I can't decide if I want to use trucks or trains to bring in things like Cryolite into the main factory. I should probably make that decision. Because I want to start getting trains coming in, I want to start imagining what a subway system would look like. And I think to test it out, I'm going to try to run where I think it would go, out to the quartz nodes over there where we've already tapped, and kind of north of us, that general direction. So I'm going to pop over there and run the base level and see what level we need the base to be at. If you recall, when I was building this arch, I had raised the new future part of the city over there to be at that height, so we had plenty of room below for subways. And it's time to imagine what that might look like. Okay, so I ran 3 wide over here. I think we're gonna have enough clearance underneath this bone fossil fragment. But it needs to be wider, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is hard to plan this logistically for, you know, basically the decisions I'm making now are probably gonna be how I'm running it forever. So it kind of adds a lot of pressure to get it right. Okay, I think I wanna stick in tier 6 and start going for these advanced sorting and advanced ore processing so I can see what the ore washer does for sure. Because if it's going to turn everything that we do with tin and caterium and lead and everything on its head, I want to know that now, so that these next facilities that I build are utilizing the newest technologies available to us. Yeah, let's just do this one and see what it looks like. That should be the last of the items, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't always keep track when I'm doing it piecemeal like that, so. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We've got advanced ore processing now. Should probably do advanced sorting next. Boy, sure I'm having a good time exploring this, and if you're enjoying my videos, even remotely as much as I'm enjoying making them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm expecting to hit 900 in the next few hours, probably. So please hit that button. And if you want to get in touch with me or just hang out and talk about Satisfactory, join my Discord. The link's in the description below. All right, this is going to take a while to make all of these computers. So let's give it some time and we'll go collect those lead frames and some of the solder rods. Okay, silly me, I got ahead of ourselves in that we didn't explore the ore washer yet. And we can make that, just need some plastic. Pretty sure I have plastic. Didn't I? I brought a bunch of plastic back, yep, here we go. Threw it into the computer manufacturing area. Sure is neat. Alright, let's check this ore washer out. Oh, annoyingly, in the most wonderful way, I got a comment from one of the devs on this who said they've hidden an Easter egg inside Satisfactory Plus somewhere, and nobody's found it yet. And that, of course, drove me insane. My first gut shot guess was that it has to do with one of the models, like maybe he's hidden his name somewhere in it or something like that, but I haven't found it yet. So here we've got the wash it. Look at that. I love how this has got a shape to it. In fact, it's shaped an awful lot like that building over there. that I didn't show off too much, but I was pretty proud of the way I curved it around in several varying ways. Ore washer. This is so cool. So it looks like it has a liquid input and a solid input and a liquid output and a solid output. Purified ores. Excellent. Cobalt. Where do you get crushed cobalt? I want that. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand, and that is talking about purified lead. That's what I want to talk about right now. So we turned 60 crushed lead into 60 purified lead, and then turned 30 water into 30 dirty water. And purified lead gets turned into molten lead with oxygen and methane to make, I presume, a bunch of molten lead and some slag. Methane. Alright, how do I get methane? Natural gas splitting. Air splitting. So we have to use fabric to split air into oxygen and methane, and we get coal out. How ridiculously awesome is this? Toxic air with fabric gets turned into 2 methane and 2 hydrogen. Oh, that's just too cool. We have some poison gas just for this reason. I've kept close and exposed so I know where it is right there. But, I mean, that stuff's all over the place. That's not a huge deal. What is a huge deal is that this is great, right? I believe these rates are awesome. Let's look at the normal purified. So it was 1-to-1 to get the purified lead. So from 3 crushed lead, we're getting 2.2 molten lead. 2.2 molten lead. Oh, we're gonna get so much metal out of doing this. I'm glad I waited. I'm glad we rushed ahead and did this, because I think, honestly, and I know I kept talking about that, but this factory is basically now obsolete. This factory is going to be obsolete. The factories that I didn't even rebuild yet because I knew they were going to be obsolete are, guess what? Obsolete, yeah. So, very cool, and exciting, and all of this was the perfect stuff to unlock here during this, I don't know, water-centric episode, I guess, at least with the Aqueduct. Yeah, okay, so let's stick with it. We're being forced also in the way of milestone unlock requirements. Like, I need to make purified caterium because I need to put it in here to unlock this. So we need to do nickel, we need to do cobalt. How can I have purified cobalt before I've unlocked cobalt ingots? And I've talked about it before, I really want to have a huge city and I want to make the buildings, but having to design a building, right now I need to rebuild, 50 factories? If I have to wait to build each factory when I have an idea for a design of a building, that's going to take forever, so we'll figure something out. But we'll probably do something like we did last episode for the encased industrial beams. Stuff like that, where it's over there, where it's at a future site of a factory. The factory building itself just hasn't been built yet. And finally, our last computers are done. I feel like all I've done the last couple episodes is drop parts off and pick parts up. Okay, advanced sorting. This is getting exciting. Okay, now that we have advanced sorting, if I throw it on a sorter, we can look at the new recipes. But down here, advanced sorting, we've got sorted stereotype, which gives us crushed cobalt, which we can then wash to make the purified cobalt that we need for the next milestone, right? Okay, but things get a little crazy. Let's talk about cobalt for a second. The crushed cobalt comes out of the sorted stereotype, right? But to sort the stereotype, we need hydrochloric acid and sand. Well, sand's not a big deal. We have a crusher module that we can make it very easily. Or we could even turn the crushed stone into it, right? But here's where things get tasty. With hydrochloric acid. For that we need salt, which is from the Cryolite. We have a big bin of salt over there, but I do want to get it properly made here so we can start making hydrochloric acid automatically without having to hand feed it. Although I'll probably hand feed it just to see what it's about. Water. Well, we have water now from our aqueduct. And sulfuric acid. Okay, that's all together makes hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid requires a bunch more water and sulfurous gas. To get sulfurous gas, we need to mix sulfur powder with oxygen. Now to get sulfur powder, we use a crusher module on a sulfur node. That's not a problem. There's a sulfur node over where we were messing with power slugs and stuff like that. There's a sulfur node kind of over there. And then oxygen. Oxygen we get from air, and we separate it using fabric as an input, and that's going to give us oxygen and methane and coal. Coal's not a problem. We can store it or sink it. Probably store it with a storage sink and then ship it elsewhere for use. And then methane we'll have to get rid of somehow. Yeah, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So that's the general workflow. I've also had the realization that, specifically after reading about this cobalt stuff, and I mentioned it earlier, I think, but taking the time to build these big buildings and then fitting stuff inside of it just isn't going to work. So I'm definitely going to just build these on platforms, and then when I see how big it's going to be and how it's organized, I might put it into a building, depending on it. But to be honest, the building of the city is what I find fun, and having it all come together, and it does look cool, I think. But I think for a lot of people, they just want to see the Satisfactory Plus stuff. So I'm going to try to lean more heavily onto that, and then I'll do city building on my time. And I'll still show you, of course, because it's part of what we're doing. Let's check and see how many computers we have and how many heavy modular frames we have. This is nice. We're getting a good stock of both. All right, let's find a spot and start. Actually, let's start with sulfuric powder. That's going to be easy. So we're going to need a modular miner. We're going to need a steel mining head and a crusher module, and then a bunch of belts. We'll have to run over and get diamond. Here it is. Beautiful sulfur. It's smashing. I love it. Bear unit. What module am I missing? Alright, I'm going to stop pretending like I can't just undo this. I don't know what my problem is. I get it stuck in my head. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I want everything to be perfect, so I hem and haw. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I can always undo everything if I wanted to. Alright, so what about just something like this? Subway tunnel. Alright, so how about that? I think that looks pretty cool. Wanted kind of like a circular tunnel, I think. And then let's see, some train tracks. Let's do it. Let's lay some railway. Okay, so now I'm going to run this all the way down and all the way back. Alright, so do the trains on the incline. We're going to leave some space there. Leave some space there to make these two sections straight. This is just good practice when you're doing curves or inclines. Now that might not work, I might have to redo that, but... And now what you do is you connect these two perfectly straight sections. There, and it's not perfect, as you'll see some spacing right there, but it's pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. And I'm generally not very nice to myself. Alright, I did forget about this resource well here. We are definitely going to want this water when we unlock that technology. So I don't want to cover up anymore. So I think what I'll do is I'll build the train station just like right here or something. There's no rules, right? The only rules are things that I make up, so. Actually, you know what? Whatever I just said I don't like as much as what I just thought I would do, which is just extend this that way. I might be over that, but you know what? The resource node extractors are pretty small, so I'll be able to put that under there still. I love this infinite zoop, by the way. It's pretty great. You use your mouse wheel to roll, and once you start it, it locks it in place, so you can perfectly adjust it with your mouse wheel. It's very clever. Okay, we are going to do right-hand drive tracks since I live in the United States, and that's what I'm used to. So this path will be going that way. We'll have a return path coming this way. We'll build the tunnel all around it. Train station. Alright, train station like that. We're going to have one freight platform. So with the two normal nodes right here, without any upgrade modules, we're going to get 60 times 4, or 240 per minute. And we're going to run that right up here into the truck station. Train station. I said truck, meant train. It's not even funny. I don't know why I said that twice in a row, 2 episodes in a row. Alright, I can take a train back now at least. That'll be fun. Our first train ride. Okay, somebody told me that I probably need water to make the sulfur thing work, so let's go and try that real quick. Oh, water is the bane of my existence in this playthrough. I thought I'd be good with that aqueduct, but I don't want to run it all the way over here. If there's any other water closer. Alright, let's scan for that sulfur node one more time. And then we're just going to run the aqueduct over there because that's in the defeated mood I'm in. Okay, looks close enough. 1, 2, 3. There, we'll just run the aqueduct over. Well, there, right above the sulfur now. I didn't really think about how to get... I didn't really think about how to get the water down. I think I have floor pipes? Yes. Alright, so we'll figure it out down here. I hope I powered... I did, okay. So I hope I powered this up so I don't die doing this, but... Boy, that is high. You know what I could do? Yeah, what I could do is lock this to the world grid, because everything's aligned to that. And then zoop a ladder up. And with the wonder that is infinite zoop, I should be able to get right up there. I'm surprised I couldn't afford more of that. Man. I don't generally have a problem with heights, although I don't like ladders in real life. They scare me a little. Okay. I guess I'll just do that the whole way down. And then we can just remove the foundations as we go, and then I'll probably put some sort of support foundation like a steel frame or something. Okay, now the test can commence. It sounds like it's doing something. No. No, it doesn't. It says I have a missing module. What? Let me reread what I was told. Fluid. Oh, okay. It says I need water, but I need the fluid and gas module. I don't even know what that is. Let's, we better go back and investigate in the MAM. I really need fast travel, at least up and down this highway. That would save me so much time. I need to remember to sit and do, take a few minutes, build a hypertube system. I just I always think about it. I always want to do it. And it's one of those things that just personally I struggle with sitting down and taking the time to do it. And I know, honestly, if you're making a certain trip back and forth, more than once or twice, taking the time and building the infrastructure for hypertubes or any other means of travel really is worth your time. It's a personal flaw that I have where I really struggle to force myself to do it. All right. I am not seeing that here. Let's check the MAM. Oh, maybe in the sulfur. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fluid and gas module. This is why I need 500 sulfur. I should have just built a MAM over there instead of running. I'm having a mare of a time here. But we will get through this. I know I have sulfur somewhere. But I'm running out of random storage bins. So I got 200 there, 175 here. Oh man. That's probably all I have. But at least we have the answer. Alright, sulfur. Okay. Alright, and we have the brass pipes and heavy modular frames we need. So let's go over there, get a little bit of sulfur, finish this research. Okay. Apparently this needs some module even just to mine it, so we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Alright, ma'am, let's do this. Oh my gosh. I can get explosives now. This is always an exciting time in a playthrough of Satisfactory when you get the booms. Alright, let's see. Production, fluid and gas module. I love that. Look at this. Look how it just clips on right here. No fluid. Yes, but I brought the fluid. Okay. Look at that. I'm going to let this run for a few minutes to gather up that sulfur so we can unlock explosives. And then we're going to turn this into this sulfur powder. And we'll have to find a way to deliver it over to the main factory. Yep, probably going to belt it. Gotta be honest, I'm getting tired of having to run all the trucks. Bibstra? I can't read this. What does this say? Bibstra4. Somebody help me. Infinite Zoop may be the most useful thing I've ever tried in this game. I love it. Look at this. It's so fun. And I'm out of concrete. That's the way this goes. So, what to do now? I have absolutely no idea how long this episode is running. I've been filming over so many different days and different play sessions because I've been a little bit busy lately. I love this mod. Thank you again for suggesting it. Somebody had suggested this mod ages ago, and I didn't forget. I just didn't really think about it. I didn't think it would be that useful. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. Thank you. Thank you again for suggesting it. I love it. I think that's going to do it for this episode. We've gotten quite a bit done, and I'm pleased with the progress. I was just thinking about what I want to do between episodes and for the next episode, and since we started on that subway system with the Cryolite, bringing that over, I think I want a Cryolite processing facility. And so I think what I'm going to do is extend the subway between episodes all the way over here, and then somewhere along right here, yeah, I think in this corner right here where this building started, I'm going to tear that down and build a new building. And what I've done is I've Googled sci-fi skyscraper and looked at the images, and I found this right here on some website called Cryozilla, something like that. These are 3D models for Blender, I think, but they're in the public domain, so that's cool. Now, I'm not going to use the Blender files, but I am going to steal these images, or for inspiration anyway. So I'm going to build this one right here on the left. As you can see right there, it's got a lot of cool shapes. Here's a side view of them. I think I'll be able to make those curves out of pillars, kind of like how I made that, the Ferrum entrance. I kind of suspect I'm going to try to build all 3 of these at some point, but yeah, here's the images. I'm going to start on that. It's going to take me a lot of trial and error to get the basic shape right, so I'm going to probably do that between episodes. So when we get back into it and you join me next episode, we can, hopefully the building will have a nice shell, and then we can spend our time filling it with cryolite production. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for joining me. I'll see you real soon. Bye now.